Welcome to our first ever, I guess, trial run, test period thing of Graphic Novel
Yes.
Book Club, in which we read graphic novels and talk about them. I'm Monique. I'm an illustrator. I draw stuff on YouTube sometimes, and I also like comic books. So that's how this started. And this is my guest for today.
Hello, I'm Allie. I'm a fan of comics. I work in production management for animation.
And
Uh,
the both of us are two people who are attempting to make comics. So you know what? Or attempting to write stories. And I feel like
yes,
that all of these things combine into
yes.
wanting to have a deeper
Combined into one.
understanding. Yeah, we
We're
want to have
trying
a
to make
deeper.
it. We're trying
So
to
the
make cool stuff and make it on the interweb. Like,
exactly, aren't we all? But yeah, so today our first comic that we're gonna try and deep dive into is one from my childhood. I don't know if it's from your childhood at all, but it's da da da.
I
Oh, it's gonna blur it. It didn't. Which,
it didn't. Yay! Oh, I think because you're the background, it said, okay, I guess we can read.
but yeah, this was an interesting one for me. What? Because I haven't touched this since
Mm,
I was like maybe 12 or so.
okay.
Yeah, I haven't really ventured back into this world. So going back into it was kind of hilarious, actually.
Okay. I don't know if this was a fever dream. You can correct me if I'm wrong. This
Okay.
was a TV show,
It was.
right?
It was. I was gonna bring up the
Okay.
TV show. It was.
There was a
You're like,
moment I was reading
did
through this
I
and
miss this up?
was I
Like
did I
I
actually read the
could have
comic but actually like
sworn,
imagine it in animation, but then turns
girl,
out like
this was on my Saturday morning cartoons rotation list. I used to watch the show because I read the book, I watched the show. I don't
see
think it
this
lasted very long though.
this came on. I remember it was on Saturday mornings and then it moved to like weekdays because I have this weird
Death
memory
knell.
of it either came on after like Yu-Gi-Oh on Saturday or came after Pokemon during
I
the
think
week.
I think on the weekends I saw it after Power Rangers Dino Force.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Back in the day,
Shout out to ABC
multiple.
Family. Yeah, I think
Mm,
they posted it in multiple places, but I was over at ABC Family back when it was ABC Family before it was
okay.
Freeform, which low key, I think when they changed the name to Freeform, that was the beginning of the end for everything. Cable died
Yeah,
after that.
I remember when I think it was like WB cartoons or something
Yeah.
switched to 4 kids. People
Yes.
started jumping, and they were
Yeah.
like, no,
Beginning of the end. Beginning of the end.
yeah, yeah. So
But yes, it
yeah, so
was a
I do.
TV show.
I familiarized, but because I was one of those things where like I didn't consistently watch it, I just thought it was one of those like every episode was something different and new. I had no context of what was going on. So reading
That
this
is
book,
fair.
I was like, oh, or comic, excuse me. I was like, okay, I'm getting some stuff here.
You're like, oh wait, there's a plot.
There's oh my god, the lore, the backstory.
Which, speaking of plot, just general rundown of what book one was about. Essentially, it's everyone finding out they have powers. It's the origin story book. We
Hmm.
learn of this group of five girls who end up together by circumstance. Like, suddenly we have two new kids in town, and wouldn't you know it, that's all we needed. So, five
And one of them is
girls,
the chosen one, so
what
obviously.
hey, five girls who end up together and become friends, and turns out that they are all part of this mystical other world that gives them powers to close portals, conveniently located where they live. Yeah, no, we don't have portals anywhere else in the world but in your hometown. Yep,
Yeah, yeah.
you're welcome. And yeah, they go through the trials and tribulations of having powers for the first time and how to like deal with that. One could argue that it's a little bit of a puberty allegory, as they
Yeah.
always are.
That is something I do want to bring up.
Ooh, yes. Let's get into it. Like we might as
Yeah,
well. Puberty. Your body
puberty.
is changing. How do you feel about that?
Because there was a moment, I don't know if it was the main girl. Actually, I think it's like It's either the main girl or the girl. I'm very bad at
with the names. So we have Will, who is right
the
there.
main
That's
girl. Yeah, yeah,
Will.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We have Irma, who is kind of the funny one. She's the water. Um,
Mm,
Cornelia is Cornelia. Excuse me.
yes.
She's Earth, kind of mean.
Yeah.
Tirani,
Yeah.
she's cool. She likes math, fire,
She
and then
likes
and
math.
Halen, her grandmother was also one of the witch guardians back in the day and told us absolutely nothing. Like, thanks a lot, Grandma. This
She
didn't help.
basically was like, "Hey guys, so you guys are now the new guardians. Okay, thanks, bye."
And then peaced out immediately. She was like, hey, I also was a witch once. Anyway, like that's literally all she did. Grandma,
You
please.
guys
I
are ready
don't
for this. It's great. You guys are gonna be awesome, amazing. Good luck.
like may she rest in peace, but also she told me nothing. Like I understand
You
where
just stood
Cornelia
there
was
watching,
mad.
knowing exactly what was about to go down. And instead of telling me all of the stuff I should have known, you were just like, "It's gonna be okay, babes."
She said that's
All
so
right, so I have to go.
cute. You and your friends are all I used to do that once. No instructions. She said, here's a map. The map
Here's
don't
a
say
map.
nothing on
And
it.
then, yeah, 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 yeah. It's
She
it's
said, here's a map.
it's giving Yoda
It's giving every single
and
older, wiser sage. Because Dumbledore basically did that too, where he's just like,
it basically was like my mission's complete. I'm gonna go ahead and take a nap and just never wake up.
Dumbledore was like, no, I'm gonna tell you stuff in due time, in due time. And then now we have to find out after the fact, like, oh, I have to die.
Yeah.
Would have been nice to know that.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
puberty. Going back to
For
puberty.
puberty.
So Will, yeah.
Yes. I don't know if it was Will that did it, and I think it's Irma, the girl in the water one.
Yeah.
Okay. Complete sidebar. I'm trying not to be biased, but Irma pissed me the fuck off.
To be honest with you, all of them with the only one that didn't piss me off was Tarani. I was like, she's cool. I don't know if it's because she's black and I identify. I was like, I'm rocking with
I
you.
actually really liked her. She was the
Yeah.
most level-headed one out of all of them, and I was like, I need her. I'm gonna be her friend. I'm gonna
I
be
had to
her
remind
cheerleader.
myself constantly, like, these are children. These are children. That's
But
fine.
there was a moment where they straight up was like, oh my God, look, when they do their first transformation kind of deal, they
Yeah.
straight up was like, oh my God, boobs, curves. And I was like,
So I want to talk about the body dysmorphia real quick of Will. I feel so bad for Will because first of all, anyone who has the power that says heart, okay, I'm looking at you,
yeah,
Captain Planet. Whoever has the
mm,
heart powers has the lame powers. I'm sorry.
yeah, yeah. She
They're
out
like,
here
no, no,
getting a
no.
headache every single day. And I'm like, I'm so sorry for you, girl.
My
Take a
power,
migraine pill or
yeah,
something. Like,
my
that
powers
is
are
unfortunate.
migraines and body dysmorphia. How do you think I
Mm-hmm.
feel? Like,
I
there's
mortified.
the
Mortified.
before they realize what's really happening to them when she's like passing by her reflection constantly and seeing like that mature version of her body
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
because
yeah. Her
when they
magic
turn
person.
in this universe when they turn into their magical girl selves they turn into like a more mature like they're like 12, 13 in this story and they turn into like 16, 18-year olds. Their bodies are like hi
There was a
hello.
moment it was giving Sailor Moon because 9 times out of 10, I forgot Usagi was 13.
Yeah, baby.
Okay.
Definitely heavily influenced by Sailor Moon. But yeah, every time Will would pass by reflection, before she knew what, like, oh, I have powers, that's what this is, she kept seeing this older version of herself, that magical girl version of herself, and being like, do you know how that would, like, mess you up to not, like,
Oh,
have a, like, what is
yeah.
my body? And then there's one point, like, later on in the story where she has that dream and like, her face is gone.
Oh yeah, her face is gone. I was like, oh, this is some Marvel stuff happening now.
I was
Oh.
like, the girl is struggling with, and then she also has, which is why the body dysmorphia thing really stuck with me for her, because she also has like this whole thing when they're going to that Halloween party that kind of kicks everything off, where she's freaking out about what to wear and how she looks stupid. Her body is like, my body
Mm-hmm,
doesn't have
mm-hmm.
anything. It's just a flat piece of cardboard. Like
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
going
yeah.
through that whole thing, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
damn. Like she,
Yeah, it was
can someone
giving.
talk to her? Your body is
Yeah, it was
changing.
also giving like a moment from like Mean Girls too, where like everybody can dress like a slut, and everybody
Yeah.
was kind of dressed as a witchy slut, and I was like,
Nobody, yeah,
What is this message that we're trying to convey here? Because, and this is where I think Irma pissed me off.
okay.
Because she was like, I just want to try it out. And she transforms and she goes to like what a band club music
Yes,
thing or
yeah,
whatever. And basically she like accidentally turns like on hand, I'm like, girl, you do you, because the guy was coming on to you and you said turn into a frog, like fuck
yeah.
off.
But also, this is because you're trying to do grown woman things and you're not grown woman.
That, that. I was like, girl, like, what message are you putting out?
I also, so as I was reading it, I was trying to like put myself in the headspace of 12-year-old me because,
Mhm.
as a 12-year-old, if someone gave me a hot new body, would I also be like, let me test run this? Yeah. But I don't think I don't think I had the audacity to ever try that. Like, shout out to Irma. I don't think I would have had it in me to be like,
I would not have had it in me too. I would have
let me
been
go to the
like, why?
club.
Where are these new, like, it's very, for me, I was like very Mia Thermopolis, like waiting for the body parts to arrive. And when they arrive, I'm like, what do I do with them? Like, what
I
do
think
I
I
do
would
with
have been more like Will, like I'm having body dysmorphia about this because I don't like whose body is that?
it?
I don't think I'd have been able to handle it.
I don't,
It's a whole new person.
it
Uh,
is.
I'm taller. I got extensions now. Also, I have
Yeah.
wings. No big deal.
And the way that like anatomy proportionally drawn wise, I was
Mhm.
like, I think this is where like is it called Shonen? Like the Sailor Moon, like the
Oh yeah.
magical girl at all, right? The way they pose in and like hitting it and all that shit. I was like,
So you
did
know
you
what's
do any magic
interesting,
shit? Are we just posing? Are we voguing to
girl? We're here
scare
to
the
be cute.
monsters
Which
away?
honestly, if you give me powers that make me hot, that's probably all I ain't the fighting part. I ain't got that, but I will.
You're only gonna be posing.
I will take a little picture.
You're gonna be like, hey, cameras, I'm over here. Make
Is
sure you
this
get my
doing
good side.
anything?
Actually,
Is this
all the sides.
stop in the name of high fashion? Like that's all I got. But this brings up an interesting point. So the guy, the original creator of this thing,
Mm.
is a man. And I feel
Of
like
course.
that explains a lot of the like it's very superficial. I think this would have
Mhm.
been more interesting if it was young girls actually like properly engaging with what it means to like go through puberty and like
Sure.
actually my body is changing and it's parts are arriving that I wasn't expecting and all this stuff
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
now
yeah.
boys are interested and I'm not ready for that. What do I do? Like I think all of those questions would have been handled a lot better if it
Yeah.
were women doing it.
Yeah. I do
It's
agree
yeah.
because there are magical girl, because I consider this like a magical girl
Yeah,
comic.
I would
It's
agree with that.
there are magical girl stories nowadays. It could also been just like back in the day too. It's just now they're becoming a little bit more mainstream where
Yeah.
the younger girls, and I hesitate to say younger, they are actually 13 and they will look 13 after
Yeah.
they do their ribbon transformations,
Right.
right?
They stay their age.
They stay their age.
Yeah.
And the only noticeable thing of growth and puberty we see visually is them outside of their magical girl form, like their human version,
Yeah.
let's just say.
Like I
Like
think a
we
lot
actually see
more
them grow up and deal with all of that versus seeing it in their transformation with
yeah,
the
I think a
shortest.
more emotional maturity happens in the storytelling, like in more current versions of magical girl stuff.
Mhm,
It's more about the emotional maturity and learning to be, an older
mhm, mhm.
like an actual young woman versus
Yeah,
physically you're a woman now.
yeah. Let me go ahead. Hair flip.
Like
Toss
all it
toss.
means, yeah, toss toss. All it means to be a young woman today is to be hot. The end. You're
Yeah, yeah.
welcome. We did
And
it.
that's how we will save the world.
And you know what?
To be
If hotness
hot.
is all it took to save the world, goddamn.
Oh, if only, right?
Let me line up a couple of my friends right now. Girls, we got this.
Yeah, we got it. We got it.
Ladies, leave your man at home. The club is full of bolas and their pockets full grown.
Oh
Okay.
man.
We're gonna handle it. Um
You're actually slaying.
Slay has a double meaning.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing I wanted to bring up is the friendship idea here because To
Mm,
me, and granted, this is volume one. We are just learning to be friends for some of them because
yes.
in this series, Will and Tarani are new here. They don't know
Hmm.
each other, which is funny because I feel like them two feel like the friends.
They
And
feel
then
very much, yeah.
it feels like Will and Tarani, friends. Halen and Irma, friends. Cornelia just be hanging out. I don't think she likes anybody.
I don't
I
think she
don't
likes
know
anybody
how.
either.
I don't know how
Because
you got
Cornelia was
here.
giving popular girl. She was the uncharacteristic nice popular girl with like a slight mean streak. Only because if you were mean to the people that she vibed with,
Yeah, she clapped
that's a
back at
mean girl.
you. She said, "I'm rocking with them, so watch how you
Yeah.
talk." But she doesn't really have much of a connection with anyone else in the group, even though she's the. Hold on, I can hear the microwave in the back.
I do wanna talk about Tarani and Will's friendship
Relationship,
too.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, I
Ooh,
do. Because so first of all, it took me a second read to understand that like is it Tarani or Tarini? Like
I think it's
Tara
Tarani, if I
Tarani?
remember from the TV series
Oh,
properly. I
okay.
think they
Yeah,
pronounced it Tarani.
Tarani. We're gonna go with Tarani.
Yeah.
It took me like 2 seconds to realize like the span of time, right? Like I think for
Hmm.
me, and this is just a struggle for the whole book too,
Yeah.
or comic, like the passage of time, because I didn't realize she was also technically new too, because
Yeah.
the way they cut immediately after the two of them meet and then they go into class, and I was like,
Yeah. Also,
oh, she's new.
you never get double new girl. That's a lot.
Yeah,
You never get double
yeah,
new girl. It's one new girl and the established group.
right,
Or we're
right.
having like several different people who are from different groups coming together to make a new group.
Hmm.
And that's
Yeah,
the weird thing, right? Everybody's like,
because
because
that
that would
was
make
like,
sense to me
yeah.
for the sake of
Hmm.
Cornelia not really feeling like she vibes with any of them because she's the one who's been here. So her, Irma, Halen, and Eliwan, who I do want to talk about
Yes.
later, they have supposedly an established friendship. This was the group
Hmm.
before. It don't feel like that to me.
Talking about and when I say they, the mystical higher beings, right? The
Yeah.
oracle, right? Talked
Hmm.
about, oh, they're all friends and stuff, but one of them will be betrayed. I'm like, okay, like because we
Which,
gotta circle back to this, right? Because it's
yeah,
all relevant,
which
right?
I have something to say about her.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're gonna touch on her for a second, a
Yeah.
little bit later, but in the grand scheme of the relationship, right? I'm thinking, okay, they like knit, so like this betrayal is actually gonna like I
It's
understand
gonna
like the
hurt.
betrayal is to bring the girls together because it hurts, right? Like
Hmm.
established. Why did Cornelia just basically like roll that shift off? Like she was just like she was there.
Yep, this was
Halen had
Cornelia.
a bigger she
She was
had a bigger
Nate.
reaction.
Cornelia was Neytiri when Spider was like without
She
his
was.
mask.
She basically stood there and was like, "That's a
Oh,
shame." Mm.
which okay, this actually brings me to something. So when I originally got into this, it
Mm.
they sold them in different ways. So I never had it as a full comic. They had
Yeah.
a thing where they did like the first few pages were comic pages, then it was like a novelization, and
Oh.
then the ending was more comic pages. That was what I used to read.
Oh.
Yeah, and that the thing that got me in was the art, but we'll get back to that at
As
another
as
point.
as one does. Yes. Yes.
And so I remember the one that I had was specifically the around the time where Tarani disappears and Cornelia and Will are having like strife. And she's
Yes.
basically just like, here's the reason why Tarani, blah, blah, blah. The novelization version of it was so much better in like explaining her feelings
Yeah.
and her connection with Eliwan. Because basically in the novel, the way it's described or the way it's explained, it seems like Cornelia and Ellie were like
They
that was
yeah,
her roll
yeah.
dog.
Besties.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I could see that friendship more because they were like all hanging out together and
Hmm.
all this stuff. So when all of that went down and the betrayal happened, I was like, oh, was this it? This was
Oh,
supposed to bring oh, this is the
oh.
thing that brings the girls together. Oh,
So the
does
thing I
Will even
wanted,
know that girl? Like,
I'd be like, oh, damn, y'all friends suck. That sucks for y'all. That's crazy.
if that was me, right? And I saw that shit go down, I'd be like, that sucks. I'm so sorry. Who
It's
is she?
imagine our like little friend group. of me, you, Lala, Patricia. Which, by the way, I did work it out. Our name would be Lamp if we did the same thing they did in this. It's either Lamp or Palm. You take your pick. One or the other. It doesn't sound as cool, but hey,
I actually, you know what? That's
we're the
yes.
lamps.
Lamp.
So yeah, if it was us, right, and then there's some insert random person, let's call her Becky because that's fun. Becky
Mm,
comes along, and it's kind of like, anyway, guys, I'm gonna go meet my this guy that was hollering at me at the party, which
mm.
I want to get into that, but hey,
We're
I'm
gonna
gonna
get
go
into
meet
that
up
too.
with. We're gonna go meet up with that guy, and then we're like, okay, cool, and then you just disappear, and that okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, did
Mm-hmm.
y'all know
Mm-hmm.
where Becky went? That's crazy. What happened to
That's crazy.
Becky?
It's yeah. It would be the
Hmm.
equivalent of like yeah, because like one of us would have had to know her, right?
Yeah,
If it was the novelization, right? Because
and had to
yeah,
be
it would
close.
so much. Yeah, it would make so much sense for all of them like doing the investigating that they did later, like the whole like when grandma died, RIP, right? And like Halen was
R.I.P.
like, I saw her, like her like freak out, right? Like would
Yeah,
have hit more if like we knew
the
that they were
passage of
like,
time, like you said,
mhm,
needed to feel like weighty. And also, I think you know what would have worked if instead of it just being Will and Tarani are new and everybody else is besties, if they did the thing where it's like these are different groups of people that
yeah,
ended up being friends, and the connective tissue that ended up making them friends was Elion. So it felt
yeah,
more like we are all individually connected to this girl. So when she decides to go, screw everybody, I'm going to that other realm,
yeah, yeah,
that it would
yeah.
feel like,
Join me on the
where'd
dark
you leave?
side. We have cookies.
Now where did Eleanor go?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Also,
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
way, so the thing I want to talk about was the way she got, which I guess this segues us a little bit into like the boy talk of it all. The
Let's get into it.
way, the way Ellie was abducted to the dark side through this man who owns a. But look, you are 13 years old. What do you mean you're gonna go meet some guy
Let me
at
tell
the
you.
who owns a bookstore? That's too old. And nobody
Let
thought
me
that was
tell you
weird.
how like I'm so glad you brought that up because like on the one hand I'm like oh hot guy who owns a bookstore if he told me something I'd be like yeah okay I'd consider it
Yeah,
betraying my friends probably not
but
but like
also I'm old enough to find a hot man who owns a bookstore, which
exactly
so rude
exactly
that she found one and I didn't.
the whole way this shit was played out though
Yeah,
maybe being like because like by the time we get towards the end and she's just like join me like it's totally fine like everything's kosher right
like
like
girl,
no because
where's
girl
your parents? Where's your family? What's this?
yeah, where's your parents? Where's your family? Do you have any attachments whatsoever to your friends at all? Like, do you even care? It made me like I assumed
Mhm.
that she was always a bad like she was
She
on
was a
that
bad
side
seed.
since
Yeah.
day one. Yeah,
So I can
not
give you some outside context from the TV series slash the novel parts
okay.
that I read. If I remember correctly, the
Mm,
reason why she was so willing to go is because Cedric, said man in the bookstore, who is also Lord Phobos' evil man, he told her about the fact that you're not actually from Earth. Like this isn't your world. You are a princess of Kandrakar. No, what's that place called? Starts with an M. You're a
mega
princess.
something another.
You're a princess of the Megazord.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're a princess from this dark realm area that you kick it with us. And she was like, "Oh my god, really? Girl,
Mm.
that was too easy. Still, like, first
That's
of
so
all, how do
easy.
you know that that's true?
That's and
And
okay, and
you
here's
spent
another
your
thing too.
whole life on Earth. How do you just go? Well, screw everybody then.
Okay, cool. Like, I guess I'm like, was home life that bad? We don't get any home life. Was friends
Yeah,
that bad? It sounded like you
she
have
actually hated them all.
group that you were rolling with anyway.
No, she
And she
hated them.
actually hated them all. She's like, I'm better than all of this. Hold
No,
on. Hot,
first of all,
mysterious man I don't know. I'm telling me I'm a princess.
y'all made an acronym without me. Where does the E fit into which? Where does it fit in? I'm out.
It's that old English
Bye.
spelling. It's that old English spelling.
Which? Yeah, with the E at the end. I'd have been so mad. Like, yeah, I get it. I would have been mad too.
I
But it's
mean,
a
yeah,
very
if my name did not fit in the acronym too, I also would be
and so we're
upset.
not
But
gonna make a new acronym. We're not gonna do that. Okay, cool.
excellent.
Well, I'm
Love
just gonna
that.
go
Yeah.
over here. I'm actually a princess over here, so let's
Yeah, yeah.
uh
Actually, over there, I think I'm going to be more respected and
yeah.
appreciated.
She said this is actually my 13th reason I'm out. Bye.
Yeah. Broke.
No, this is the most Edmund from Narnia logic of selling
Oh
out
my
people who
God.
are with
Yes.
you.
Thank you. I literally, okay, thank you. Because the entire time I was like, why is this scenario so familiar? It is,
Yeah.
it's giving Turkish delight. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
I'll sell out my entire and you know what, granted, the contest for Narnia, we were on sugar rationing during the war. So I do get why you would want that sugar, but still not
Sure.
enough. Still not enough
It's
to
not
sell
enough.
out
And that's,
my
I don't
entire
understand. It is book one for the comic story series. I get
yeah.
it. Like, but
But
if
they
that's what you're
didn't
gonna leave me
yeah.
for her motivation to betray and leave the group, I'm like, that's not enough.
They needed to lay the groundwork for her a lot better than they did. Like
Hmm.
it's not good enough to tell me that in book two. I need to know from now. Otherwise I'm like, she
Yeah.
kinda sucks. I'm not
And yeah, yeah. And
because
like,
even Edmund in Narnia, even in Narnia, you could get the dynamic of where Edmund stood in the sibling hierarchy. Like you can it's still not like you're a
it's still,
sellout for
yeah,
that, but I completely understand what he was feeling to do it, you
right.
know?
Which is why, like, what's your family life like? Like, if you aren't from here, was your family life that bad? Did you not have like loving parents or like a
Yeah,
sibling that was bullying you? Like, because it seemed like you had a really good like thing going for like your friends and people at
yeah.
school. And
Also, just from like a storytelling perspective, because you know the oracle tells us, oh hey, one of these girls is
yes,
going to betray the other. But for us, the reader, it's pretty obvious it's going to be Eliwan because you didn't give us any time with her. So if they
none.
had like equally been like, here's Irma's life, here's Will's life, here's whoever, and then here's Eliwan also, it would have been like, damn, who's it gonna be? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, we would have been kept guessing and wondering. No, within the first like 10 minutes of you meeting her,
Yeah, I was like,
right? She's
well,
like, "Oh, hot guy over here at this bookstore. I'm gonna go check it out."
granted, the title kind of gives away what's gonna be because they didn't put her in the accident.
Right, it's fine. Listen,
I
even in
wonder
all the
who's gonna
magical purpose,
betray which. Is it any of the girls whose
the
names?
magical girls all have that one normal best friend, right?
Yeah,
Like Cardcaptor Sakura had her
true,
bestie, and like
true.
Sailor Moon had her other like bestie too. We all had that one normal girl bestie, and that could have been her. But instead, she
It could
chose
have been you. It could have been
him.
you. But oh, I wanted to get back to the boyness of it all, like the
Mm,
relationshipness of it all. So they don't say it in this book. I know Cordelia's gonna get like a love interest because he was a cute one. I remember his design. He was so 2000s cute, and he's like, it's like the fodder for people like me, where he's like, oh, he's one of he's rocking with the bad guys, and then he came over to the good side. It's one of those.
I can change him. I can
Ah,
change him.
it's one of those. So yeah, so that's her little deep love story. But even and this is a little bit future tense because this is other books. Even
Sure.
though we have like Cornelia has a little bit of emotional depth now because she got a man. I still didn't get her like her relationships with other her friends still wasn't good enough
Mm.
to me. It's like I don't think you like that.
Yeah, I
She's
think
all about her
it
man, and that's it.
that's okay, and that's a kind of disappointing thing to hear because what do you like for what message does that give to girls too, right? Like you
Hmm.
are well developed, rounded, completed, all that stuff, unless you have a man by your side. Like,
Yeah,
girl, get
that's
a
why I
person.
think it's a little superficial. Like it was
Mhm.
fun as a kid reading it. I remember it was fun. I didn't think of it that deep because I was a kid. But
Yeah,
in retrospect, reading it back, I'm kind of like, oh,
yeah. Like, what is that? Mm,
yeah. It's all
yeah.
very, and also very ramped up. You know what it is? It's kind of like this weird 2000s wish fulfillment of
Yes.
young girl, what being a teenager is like. Being a teenager means
Hmm.
I get a new hot body. I get like I get the independence to like go wherever I want, do whatever I want kind of thing. And now I have all these boy problems. because
Actually,
mhm.
no, keep finish because I do
Yeah.
want to circle back to something that you just said.
Okay. But yeah, the boy problems being they don't introduce them all right now.
Hmm.
Primarily it's the whole this older man is interested in Eliwan and now she's been I mean, hold on. If someone were to rewrite this and I think with a little bit more nuance and better, I think the fact that this older man basically um was preying on Eliwan and that's how she ends up on the dark that if we could examine that with a little bit more clarity,
Mm.
that would have been a very interesting thing to take on. Then it would
Yeah, yeah,
be
yeah, yeah, yeah.
understandable. But we're meant to just go with it that, like, yeah, of course, this 13-year-old girl is talking to, at best, this 18-year-old person. And that's
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah,
reading
yeah,
at
yeah.
all.
It's
And one
it
could
would be
argue,
different.
mhm.
Oh, go ahead. No, 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 go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go
I was
ahead.
gonna say one could argue the reason why her parents, like in this retelling, that's a little bit more nuanced. That's why her parents don't care because like she's in a very unsafe situation and that's how she
Sure.
ends up here.
Yeah,
However,
yeah, yeah.
nobody examines it at all. It's just taken as face value. Like, oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, because that literally, yes, I was gonna say like it goes to like maybe a reflection of like maybe not good toxic home
Hmm.
life. If they wanted to reframe it, she is like if you go through the whole toxic home life, right? Like maybe she's craving like some sort of parental value. So it's more father figure like. We don't see that.
Yeah,
Instead, we get I keep referencing Sailor Moon because I just like that's
I
like
think that's the
obviously that's
closest tether to it. Yeah,
yeah. It's
Sailor
giving
Moon is the root to which all of these like come from.
yeah, yeah. She's the OG. That's why she's GOAT. Like everything came from her.
Shout out to my girl.
um But like it's giving I can't think of what her the Japanese but Molly and Nephrite, like that's the relationship that it was giving
Hmm.
when it was first being introduced. And I was like, I really don't oh, they're gonna go through that route. Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, and we're following through.
oh,
Interesting.
choices.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I would have either aged him down or yeah, if we're still gonna go through the older like men kind of deal, then it's more father figure versus romance. Because
Yeah.
now we're talking
Or
about
like
like
really hit the nail on the
Merlin with
head that this is scary, scary. However, this book
mm-hmm,
was never meant to be scary, scary in that way. Like it's a very frou-frou, like this is just an
mm-hmm.
adventure tale. So like maybe don't introduce that
Yeah,
issue. Maybe don't
yeah,
go
yeah,
through
yeah,
that.
yeah. It like you can definitely it's how it's done and presented in the bigger scheme of things that needs
Hmm.
to be like addressed. But that's the
Sometimes
thing is
heighten
that
it up
you've
a little
laid
bit.
down the groundwork to introduce that concept. But because we had none of that, we're just supposed to accept the fact that this is what is happening, and we're just like,
Oh, as an adult person, I'm like, wow, get that bait. Like this baby needs help. Can someone help
yeah,
her? Where are the teachers?
this is actually a cry for help.
Yeah, where are the teachers? First of all, because the way they met at that Halloween dance. What is that old
Yeah,
man doing at this child's dance? What's he doing
that
here?
one would
Alert!
assume, oh, he's
Policia!
supposed to be
Policia!
like a
Stop!
teacher or a chaperone. Instead, you're out
Yeah,
here like, mm, go ahead and hit that.
yeah.
Girl, you
Like
in
this
middle
is
school.
weird. This is weird. Everybody,
It's so
please
weird.
help her.
So weird. Yeah.
Help her. She needs it.
Uh,
What were you thinking about when I was getting into the
yes.
whole?
You mentioned about like just how it was written about how what you think like the writers or like creator, right? Like thinking about what girls kind of want, like the, the hot bod,
Yeah, yeah.
the independence to do what they want. The one thing that I found very interesting
Hmm.
was how they phrased magic in a way when the girls were like I think it was Irma who was like disappear or whatever or like
Oh
right,
yeah,
right and the guys like disappear or someone's like oh
yeah.
I want this thing and they have to think about it
I want
like
my room to
Cornelia
be
being like
clean, and the
room
room was
clean.
clean.
Yeah, that I found very very fascinating because it
I
was
did
just
too.
like what is that
Because how does this
mm.
relate to the specific? Each girl has a specific power aligned to like an element. Earth,
Hmm.
with the exception of heart. I would argue the heart power can do whatever it
Headache.
wants, and the
Yes,
heart power, the
the
headache
exception of
powers.
headache. Yes, yes.
One could argue that the heart power could do whatever you want it to do because that's what it's there for. But everybody else
Hmm.
has a specific air, water, earth,
Yeah,
fire. Why is my earth power meaning that I'm like, I need to clean my room so I can go to this party? My roof's clean. How did that happen?
done.
How did that
Yeah,
happen?
yeah,
How is
it
the earth?
doesn't make
I want this boy to disappear. How does water power give you that?
Yeah. Exactly that. For Will, it makes absolute sense. And it would like correlate back to like every time she does that, she gets a headache.
That
Like,
would be,
yeah,
yeah, that
because
would be
that is
nice. Should we
that
remake
would
this?
we should remake this. And we'll call it Lamp. Or what did you call it?
Because this is a Disney published book. Disney Hyperion, do I have a hit for you? What do you think about Lamp?
I hear you're into remakes. I heard you're into remakes. Girl, let
Lamp.
me get you. No,
Think about it. Sit with that for a little bit.
witches, it's genies.
Yeah. Hey. Come on now.
Oh my God, it's writing itself.
I'm gonna go write a letter to Disney as the minute we hang up.
Woo. But yeah, so
Disney
like it
Publishing.
made more sense if like Will was able to do that versus like all the other girls like had this like, oh, we have this wish kind of deal and it
Yeah.
happens. And it was
Which,
so convenient in
you know
that
what? I think this
way.
goes with the whole it's a little bit surface level type thing
Hmm.
because this is generic someone who has magical powers and they don't know it yet. Like once again, think Harry Potter when we were in the
Yes.
first book and he doesn't know he has powers and things just happen for him because
Hmm.
he has a
Hmm.
general magic powers. That's just, you know,
Hmm.
you don't
Hmm.
have general magic powers, baby. You got element powers. So maybe, I don't
And there
know,
are
you don't want to go
so
somewhere an
many
earthquake
ways.
happens. How about that?
Yeah, so many ways that you could do it, right?
Yeah.
Like I think at one point Cornelia is like able to like do stuff with vines, and it's like every time she like walks somewhere, all this plant life keeps like freaking
Yeah.
growing
We
and
could have
being crazy.
explored it in that way. We could have,
Exactly,
sure.
exactly. But yeah, no, and that's where I was just kind of like, damn, now even the magic system doesn't work, like
No,
doesn't make sense to me
the magic
too.
system is
Like
vibes. Speaking of the magic
vibes.
system being vibes, the oracle and like the basic central thing that this is all based on the fact that they have to close portals, and then there's this oracle thing who is like their Lord Zordon. There is their
Yeah,
Zordon in the thing of Power Rangers. I don't
it's so
understand what their deal is. This
yeah.
Council of Elders slash the Oracle. What are
Hmm.
you here
Hmm.
for? No one has given us any instruction, which typical. But
Yeah,
they haven't given us instruction in a very bizarre way because here's grandma to be like, you girls have powers. Here is a
yeah, yeah,
map.
yeah.
And it's like, grandma, how do I use the map? I don't know.
I don't know. That sounds like a you problem to figure out. Yeah, yeah,
She
yeah.
said, Will, you have the heart. Here's the heart necklace.
Yeah.
What do I do with it? You'll figure it out.
What you'll figure it out. It's your destiny. And it's like,
She said, you got to
what does that
close
mean?
some portals. Why?
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't,
Why?
I don't know. I don't.
Is
I've done
something
this
coming
before, but I
out?
also don't know why. I've
Because
done
they're
this before, but I don't
already,
know.
yeah, they're already coming out here with, is the port, they're making, like, what do I do?
Hmm.
Where do I go? No, and the portals on the map don't show up until you kind of already passed the place. Like, you have to, like,
Hmm.
oh, now it's kind of like when you go, when you're playing video games and you have, like, the open world, but
Yeah.
you can't fast travel until you've gotten to the place
Yep.
before.
You
That's
have to
their
find
portal
that
system.
one specific, yeah,
Yeah,
post that is the fast travel
until
post.
yeah,
Yeah.
until I pass by the portal, I won't know the portal exists.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And now
Meanwhile,
the Oracle and them mad at me for not closing things.
yeah. Meanwhile, Oracle and all of them can watch all this shit that's going down. We know that Grandma can go back and forth, so why
Yeah,
is nobody coming? Oh, and the other monsters can come through too. So why is nobody coming down to teach
listen,
us?
y'all got it. Y'all got it. I'm gonna be mad if you don't got it
Y'all are the
though.
chosen ones. You guys can figure this out on your own.
There
Like
will be
math
there
homework,
will be a
forget
test
that, babe.
later, and you will be
Ronnie's
fail.
like, don't
You
worry
fail
about
if
the
you don't.
math homework. Like,
God, so confusing. Also, the Oracle gets mad at them. So there's a point in the story where
hmm.
Tarani basically gets left behind in the other world. Essentially, what happens is Tarani gets taken, and she's stuck in the other world with Phobos, Eliwan, and Co. And the girls decide that they have to go back to get her. It's like the conceit, like why Will and Cordelia are like coming to blows because she's like, "You left Tarani behind." And Will's
Yes,
like, I
yes,
had
yes,
to. She told me to in my mind. Yeah, because they're telepathic.
yes. Oh,
Um,
that's right. That's another convenient thing. They're all telepathic. Like,
great.
what?
How did once again makes sense for Will? She can do whatever she wants. Heart powers. Everybody else, I don't understand. But yes, so they leave her behind, and the girls decide to go back to get her. And the Oracle is upset that they go into this. I want to say it's called Metamore or something like that. They go into Metamore, and the Oracle's upset that they did this.
Hmm,
And
hmm.
I don't understand why they would be. So I'm supposed to leave. I'm supposed to leave one of the guardians down here, like to die, because they were.
Yeah, yeah.
It's that they were torturing her, but like Disneyfied version of torture. They were
Sure.
just
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
making
yeah.
her watch as her friends continue to live life without her. Like, wow, guess I don't like you at all.
Amazing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Your friends hate you. Look, that's crazy. But yeah, I couldn't wrap my head around why. Like, why are you mad? Am I supposed? First of all, nobody told me I can't go there. No one said that to me. You gave me no instruction. I didn't open a new portal to get here. The portal been here. I found an old one. I went through that.
Yeah.
I'll close it when I'm done,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
but I
won't leave it
have to.
open.
I have to get her out. So they were mad
Yeah.
about that, and then everything was resolved. Like at the end when they save her, and they're like, "Yay, the power of
Yeah.
friendship." Then he was like cool with it. He was like, "Ah,
Yeah, no, he
ah,
was very chill. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because he was just like, they resolved their conflict and issues and they learned. I'm like, did they?
yeah."
Did they?
Cordelia still don't like them, so I don't know if they did that. Also, I love that the thing that really pissed Ellie off in this whole sequence, because Ellie was kind of like the chief behind torturing Tarani, which wow, she don't know Tarani like that, so I'll let it slide. Maybe it was if it was like Cornelia she was torturing, I'd be like, you really hated that girl, but you don't know
Yeah,
Tarani,
yeah.
so
Listen, the betrayal. I see now the betrayal. I get
yeah.
it. I understand now.
But you know Tarani for like a day and a half,
You had
so
two
she was
classes with this
like,
girl. Like,
she said torturing her ain't no problem. That is just a classmate. That's fine.
yeah, I have no attachment whatsoever.
So yeah, she was kind of the chief behind torturing Tarani, and
Mm,
Phobos, who is the evil man that seduced her to the dark side, is essentially like, "Hey, girl, stop! You need to stop playing with her because she has fire powers, and literally she's in a bubble." Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So if
yeah.
she decides to get, it might be bad for us. How about we calm down? But yeah, Ellie whole version of torturing her was be like, watch, Will doesn't care about you. Will's flirting with boys. And then she shows her an image of like they astral projected a copy of themselves to stay in the regular world while they come
Yeah,
hunting down
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tirani. And Will's astral version of herself is, I don't know, she made a stupid one. God bless her. Like, quite literally, she said, "This one don't know nothing. I have to write everything down." And so she left her instruction on what to do. And here's one of those convenient, like, for the sake of plot, story wise,
Hmm.
wake up in the morning, 7 a.m. Give mom a kiss, or like kiss mom good morning at 7:15.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Astral will lost that note. She said, "Damn, who am I supposed to kiss? I guess it's this boy." Kisses this guy, and Ellie apparently when she was in the real world, that's the guy she liked. So she's watching this go down, trying to torture Tarani, and she's like, "Now she stole my man, baby. You don't live
Mm,
here anymore."
yeah. You don't care. You don't
And
care.
you want to be mad at me for betraying you, for stealing your boyfriend? You kidnapped Tarani. You're torturing her. One could
I
argue the
just
loyalties don't exist no more. We don't have that. We don't have that.
yeah, this is and again, this is just like why it made me believe more that she was in on the baddies the whole time. So
Yeah.
I was like, how am I
Why
supposed
are
to
you
believe?
mad? I kind of wish
Yeah,
Will and
like
her had to
what?
be. I want her and Will to air it out, and I want Will to be like, "Why are you upset?"
Yeah, girl, I don't even know you. Why do you have so much beef? It
In the same
you know
way,
what you know
Tarani
what
was
it's
your
doing?
classmate.
It's giving girl, it's giving Scott going after
Like, why are you mad? I
You
don't get
only
it.
saw me once. You don't even know me. Why are you coming after me like that?
Why are you mad? I just don't understand. Like, I don't get it. What what's your damage, Heather? I
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Oh,
so once again that surface level boy arguments, it's all superficial. We're arguing
yeah.
over boys, we're arguing
Hmm.
over the torture is the fact that like, oh no, my friends are moving on without me, which that is a torture in
Yeah.
and of itself, yes. But I feel like these are like particular preteen girl anxieties, but not
Mhm.
dissected with any
Yeah,
more
no,
nuance.
there's no like support or like impact behind those like insecurities and stuff because those are all valid insecurities, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there has been nothing throughout the story that sort of supports that. You know, none of these girls, aside from Will, who's like from the beginning, is she our main character, right? We see
Yeah.
that she's this very timid, like,
Yeah.
insecure. You know, we already talked
Body
about the body.
dysmorphia.
Yeah, the body dysmorphia stuff. Like we already know all of that, but we don't know anything else much about the other girls,
Yeah,
right?
besides like the
Like,
basics. I have a sister, I have this weird nerdy guy who is crushing on me. My grandma
mhm,
said.
mhm. Yeah, my grandma. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we don't even talk about grief. That's another thing.
Yeah, we
Like
kind of moved on
none of,
from that really, really quickly.
real quick, but they made it seem like she and her grandma were like this. Listen, like I'm like this with my grandma too. When she heaven forbid, right? Like I'm gonna be a mess. I'm gonna be a
Yeah.
mess for a little while. This girl bounced back so quick. She was so quick to be like, I saw our friend. I saw our missing
Everyone was
friend.
here.
She was here. Like we need to go and find her. We need to save her. Save
Let
her
me
from
tell you how
what?
I'd be the first one to be like, I feel like we need to cut our losses.
Yeah,
I'm not.
girl.
I'm not that
Here's the
pressed.
thing. Here's the thing. I'd be like, okay, so here's the thing. If there was a girl that I hardly knew, right,
Mhm.
up and disappeared, right, and then she shows up in the distance to my grandmama's wedding, wow,
My grandma's
funeral,
wedding.
to yeah, my grandma got married,
Yeah. Wow,
to
what a
my
day.
grandmother's funeral
Yeah.
after zero contact. Oh, we're fighting. Why the fuck are you
Like,
here?
what are you doing
That's
here?
not respectful. That's disrespectful. Do
Yeah.
not come. No, 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 no.
And also
I
she
don't want
didn't
you.
she didn't come to be respectful. She came to start beef. She came to
Exactly.
like,
She came to stir the pot, and I'm like, oh, no, 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 no.
come little children. That's what she was
Yeah,
on when
I'd
she
be like,
came.
yeah, I would have seen her. Like, listen, even if no one else saw her and I was the only one that saw her, I'd be like, that's it.
Yeah, I'm
I ain't even gonna
sorry.
react.
And I would tell Court because the only person really I think who's been like, well, actually, I guess they're all kind of the same level of upset. But for me, if I was Will or Tarani, because we're the outside of this group,
Yeah,
I'd have been like, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna tell you this straight up. I'm not trying to get your friend back. Like,
yeah.
she
Like
made
I
her
don't know. Like,
choices. She made her
and here's
choices.
yeah,
Last
she
time
made
we
her
did that,
choices.
Tarani got tortured. I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing it
And here's the thing too. Here's the thing too. Like, if she was such a big deal, right?
again.
The moment she went missing, y'all would have made a bigger fuss about it. Like,
They
y'all
were kind
really
of just
didn't
like,
do much.
damn, she's gone for real. That's
Yeah.
it. That's all they
She's
gave
not for
her.
real. Oh, and here's the thing. The initial betrayal didn't even include Cornelia. It was only three of them.
Oh, sorry, Cornelia. Nobody
So like
cared.
I wouldn't have been like if like that was the thing too. I'd be like, listen, like I know she
Yeah,
might be
that's
your
true because
friend, but
she
this is
wasn't
what she never did
even
to us.
there. Why? Which I thought was
Yeah.
weird to have the transformation happen without all of them being there. Like the very
Yes.
first transformation happens, and it's
Yeah.
only Will, Halen, and Irva. We only have the wi- where's the
Yeah, that we have the
with
wit
the wi-
part of the group. And here's the
where's
thing,
the
it's the wit part of the group and the two people who actually do give a fuck about I keep forgetting her name. I really want to call her Aowen, but I'm like, I'm not disrespecting Aowen like that.
yeah,
That's
no.
mean.
We call her
Um
Ellie. Ellie Fields because it's
Ellie,
Ellie
yeah,
Wong.
Ellie.
Yeah.
Um the two people that actually really did care about her, Ellie, like they weren't even there. So like why would it like it really wouldn't have
Womp
mattered
womp
because
womp.
immediately she's enemy number 1 in my
Hmm.
group, like in my head as far as priorities are concerned.
Yeah,
Like
I
if
just
y'all want to go search for her, like you can, but I'm
have
not searching
fun.
for a
That's
girl who is
your friend.
actively
That's
yeah,
your friend.
who is actively trying to like irk us. Like
Yeah,
no,
no,
I'm
thank
not doing that.
you. Like I hear you guys. I hear why you feel the way
Yeah.
you do feel about that. But let me tell you, especially if I was Tarani, let me tell you something about that young lady right there.
Mm.
Last time we played these little reindeer games, guess who was tortured in a prison? Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
not me.
And this isn't the first time. Again, this girl
I'm
has
not
been
doing
going after
it.
like it's like the third strike. I'd be like, listen, at this stage in the game, mm-mm, we're
No,
not doing
pass.
that. She has clearly shown her allegiance. And here's the thing, if you've spent more time with like the witch girls, right? Like if
Hmm.
you spend
Hmm.
more time with them now and you're still out here trying to be like Team Ellie,
Be
what
like, you know what? We'll get to Ellie when we get to her. Let's close up these portals.
yeah. Let's make sure like
We are
this
just
bitch
gonna
only got
have
one
to,
way in and one
which
way out so that way we can actually confront her.
going back to the Oracle and them and what they want from us. All they want
Mm.
us to do is close the portals. Are we not going to deal with the systematic problems that are causing? Because it looks, for all intents and purposes, when we get to the Metamor, to that other world, there are regular, degular. It's not like a whole cesspool of like evil orcs, Like it's not
Hmm.
everybody over here bad, which therein lies a problem with that mentality also. But it's the fact that like it's just a regular world of other creatures. And some of these people are bad. They're actually overrun by an evil lord. So we're just gonna
Yeah.
seal them up in here to get. Is that gonna
We're
problem?
just yeah,
Is that a problem? Because their math teacher that turned into one of those creatures,
into the
I
thing.
think
Yeah.
she's meant to show us that like, oh well, she was a refugee essentially to the human world because she was just a regular person just trying to like live her life. She wasn't torching y'all or nothing, and then she had to run back to Metamore because of you. And you see that she probably was she helped you escape the bad guys. She was just a
Yeah.
regular lady. So what about the regular people who live in this world? Am I not like I'm the guardian? I'm the guardian. Who's do you have someone taking care of this and I'm just border patrol? Those are evil words.
Oh, yeah, those
Those are
are
dangerous games. Am I
dangerous
the bad
words.
guy? Like,
Yeah. I mean, listen,
no.
when we're revamping this, we could really touch on that because
Yeah, what
I
if you
feel like,
find out that you thought that you were on the force for good, and also your grandmother's telling you this, so
yeah,
you trust it. Turns
actually,
out you're
and
actually the bad guy.
this is sort of like next level, like when it comes to the core of magical girl
Hmm.
stories or whatnot. Magical girl stories are all great and pretty and yay, happiness and the power of love and friendship, right? But
Yeah.
I don't remember if it was like an article or if it was like a TikTok video that was basically deep diving about how actually dark magical girl stories are
Ooh. Uh huh.
because so many magical I think they used the comparison of Sailor Moon and they used Madoka as well because
Hmm.
Madoka was like they touch on the fact that these girls die. Like being a magical girl means sacrifice because
Yeah.
even in Sailor Moon it's a sort of, glittered
Yeah. It's
covered.
fun, 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 fun. It's all light. We can handle it. It's always we can
Yeah, we
handle
can
it at the
handle
end of
it.
the day.
Madoka was sort of like in your face. You see these girls die. And that's part of like the magical like girl like echelon is that these girls realize that the bigger scope of it is like sacrifice. You
Yeah.
realize that there is a systematic problem and you are perpetuating it by being a magical girl in order to create pure peace or continue the cycle. It's
Yeah.
that's the
You're not
choice
you're
and
not breaking the
ultimately
chains.
sacrifice.
You're just a part of the
Yeah.
system. Oh no, you're
Yeah.
border
Yeah.
patrol.
And so, like, obviously, this is supposed to be a lighthearted
I
story
know,
and like
yeah.
all
We're
that.
taking it to another step further than what they intended.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think that's
If
an
you want to
interesting.
bring it back down to a middle school grade level, I believe you and Jada had mentioned this because you guys
Mhm.
compared Harry Potter and Percy
Yes,
Jackson,
yes.
where Percy dismantles the systematic thing and Harry continues it. And
Continues
I
it. He just
feel like,
joins it. Yeah.
mhm. So
Which
it's just one of those things where,
that
like, could be a thing that they explore. If you're guardians, does that mean you're only guardians for one
yeah, what are you guarding
thing?
really? I think
Yeah.
this is a matter of like who's writing the story because I
Hmm.
think now, especially now that we know the politics of J.K. Rowling and Rick Riordan,
Mm.
so we can see their politics play out in how they've decided to close out their stories with Rick Riordan, who actually is a big advocate for minority groups and like systematic change. putting that into the work. And then J.K. Rowling, who it was superficially so, because when she was
Yeah.
first hitting the scene, she was like, "Oh, I believe gay Dumbledore. Ah, I'm an ally."
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I love Black
Performative. It's all
Hermione.
performative.
Yeah, I love Black Hermione. Um, and then you get down to it, you're like, oh, you actually don't really want the base level of these systems to change. And that's why
Yeah.
instead of being a teacher for Harry, which I know a lot of people say maybe it's an obvious choice, but I think it would have been the better choice for him
It would
to
have
be
been
a
better.
teacher.
I don't care.
And I, as a child, and I will admit this, I, as a child, reading it would have been like a teacher at first because I was a child, and I'm so used to
Mm,
like stories they end bombastically, you know, like we had the
yeah.
big action piece. We don't necessarily take the soft route out, which the book kind of tried to do. They tried to
Mm,
do the whole the power of love uh,
yeah. 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 Yeah.
for the
Hmm.
ending, but they didn't cinch the ending by being love and nurture, and because it could have been full
Yeah.
circle because nurture is kind of what led Voldemort to be Voldemort. He was raised bad by born from horrible conditions
Yeah.
and never taught to be
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he sucks.
I always assumed that he was going to be the defense against the dark arts because they kept
Because
bringing
we
it up,
kept
and I
bringing
was
it up. We kept bringing it up.
they kept
Finally,
trying
we
like,
have
how
a
do you answer
teacher.
that, right? Like it makes the
Finally, you
most
have
sense.
a teacher who is willing to engage with the dark arts in a way that's not like bad for you, you know, like I
Yeah.
can actually teach it without being succumbing to it or whatever.
Right, right. Because then it got to
What could
like,
have
the
been.
what could have been, right? Like we could deep dive into that, but that's
That's
not
for a
that's
whole
not what
nother
this is.
day. But yeah,
That's another yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, because this could bring up a whole bunch of other things. Like I know that this is not the crux and the core. Like this is very black and white, good versus
yeah,
evil.
yeah.
We gotta stop the
Very
evil
base
kind of thing.
level, very superficial, but I also think
Yeah,
that is indicative of the time it was written because this was like specifically this, but this was written around early 2000s. And I don't
yeah,
think we were engaging in media in necessary like children's media specifically.
no,
I don't think they were trying to think that deep about it. We are just coming
no.
off the high of Power Rangers, and all that happens in Power Rangers is the same thing over and
Mm-hmm.
over. And I say this as a lover of Power Rangers. Okay, I say that with all the love in my heart, but we all know what it is. It is what it is. All right.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
at
yeah.
the time when they're writing this, they didn't really have to. They didn't really have to think about it any deeper, so they didn't. I think if
Mm-hmm.
someone was to remake today, Lamp, for instance, if they were to do this again, I think that it would be to their benefit and probably it'd be a much better work if they were to like
Yeah,
examine those things, even if it's for a middle school audience. I think engaging
it's
in it in some way
possible.
to
Yeah,
be more interesting.
yeah, it's not impossible to do. It's absolutely doable within the realm of stuff. And you can still make you can still have your magical girl moments. It's totally cool. That'll always bring the girls in. That will
I mean,
always
I
bring
love
them
a
in.
magical. Like this just makes me think that I want
Yeah.
to do a magical girl thing and like
I
try
want
to
I still
think about
yeah.
these
Yeah,
things
I've
with
got my
it.
magical girl story in the back burner that I want to revisit, but like,
There you go. I hope this
that's
kind
the
of
gift
gives
pack.
you, I hope this kind of gives you a little like fodder, maybe not in the same direction this is, but
No,
taking from like what they did here and what you could change to be better,
exactly. Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Or the stuff that we talked about. The one thing that I will also bring up as we kind of wrap up, sort of
Yeah.
bookending, right? We're circling back to the
Winding
whole
down.
body. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Because we talked about that, but I also want to talk about the art style in which it
Oh, yes.
was.
Because I
I
did want to talk about
it
the art
had,
also, so perfect segue.
yes. I it annoyed me how derpy the girls were drawn in their human form. It was
Mm-hmm.
giving how like learn how to draw anime, like those books.
Yeah.
And when the girls transformed into their like magical witch girl outfits, it was really pretty long, angular,
Yeah,
curvy, like
very slender and like
yeah.
lithe.
And even like the I don't want to say quality because the quality was consistent. I think it was
Mm-hmm.
just like the visual shape language looked so much cleaner and more just like it's just better, essentially.
Yeah.
Like, just the simplest term is better. And it
Well,
just like
yeah.
added to that level of like, oh, like you're normal every day, who you truly are, because that's what the girls are. This is their human look every day. Who they truly are look is actually really dumb and pathetic
Womp womp.
looking.
Yeah.
It's
I think this
boring.
is
It's
part of that
literally
wish
nothing.
fulfillment thing, like where they're trying to make a story where it's like, as a young girl, this is what you aspire to be. Like, I think that's
Hmm.
the idea here. What
Yeah.
we are gonna make the most aspirational versions of themselves. Because when you're little, all you want to do is grow up. Like I
Yeah.
think that's the vibe.
Graceful. That's what it's the
Mm,
word I was thinking of. When they're grown up, they're graceful, mature, very poised. And
hmm.
then when they're like their real 13-year-old self, it's awkward, derpy, just
Yeah, yeah. It's
not
a little
great.
bit more awkward. Well, makes sense. More awkward look to it.
For sure. But it's
Yeah.
kind of like they don't really acknowledge or embrace that because it seems like they have their own personality and their own unique quirks show
Hmm.
up in their human form. And like obviously we have all like growing up, we've also realized and recognized like, yeah, that was kind of dumb and dorky, but like that brought us the most joy. Like we wore
Hmm.
those three tank tops and looked cute and did our hair
Basically,
in
you
the
want them
crazy
to like,
stuff.
you want to feel like they also have fun in their like regular
Exactly,
selves.
exactly. Because that was something that was very unique with like I'm gonna bring her up again, Sailor Moon. Those girls had different outfits every single
Yeah.
time. It was all their unique style and it was what they were most comfortable with. And then
And
when they
also they
did their
looked
Sailor
good.
Moon stuff,
That's
they all
they
looked good.
looked good. Yeah. They
Yeah.
looked
And they
good. They
still
looked good for their age as like
yeah.
this.
And they still addressed the whole like, oh, there are other girls who look so much prettier and like, confidence. Yes.
Yeah.
This story bothered me so much because they don't even address that. They only address the fact that they looked hot after they transformed. And it was just like,
And they're really happy about it. They really, really hit the
yeah,
nail over the head with that one.
like, okay, so if you think that this is it, why are you not going about your everyday life like
Well,
that?
Irma tried.
This is
She
true.
tried.
This is true. She
She turned
did
a
she
boy
did
into
hide
a
her
frog.
wings and like, yeah. It's still just
Yeah.
I was just like, wow. And it's just the way that it was drawn, like further emphasized that like
Drawn
message.
and how they posed the bodies too, because
Hmm.
we pointed out the whole like Will in the mirror in her like with her back arched.
Hmm.
Uh,
Hmm.
who am I? Okay, girl.
Yeah. So that was my whole gripe when I was going through reading this. I was
Fair
just
enough.
so annoyed at like, wow, they're
Yeah, I
really
and once
after.
again, I think a lot of this comes down to the fact that I do believe the original concept and design, maybe not every single story is written by this guy, but the original
Mhm,
concept and design was done by
mhm,
I think that doesn't help. It doesn't
mm,
help. It's kind of like how you see girls and the issues that they're going through versus like Turning Red, I think is probably a really good example of
mhm.
like, it's a puberty story. Granted, she does not turn into a magical girl, she turns into a red panda.
Yeah,
But it
she
shows
does have a
like
magical transformation.
she does have a magical transformation, and also we are looking at the interiority of being a young girl and growing
Yes,
up and what that
yes.
feels like. Like, and her
Hmm.
problems are still superficial and crazy. Like, I just want to see the boy band I like, and I just think that boy's
Right,
pretty, and
right.
it's going through all those same things in a way that doesn't feel like, ew.
Hmm. Yeah. Because yes, it's superficial, but we also have like
There's a connection to it because we can understand
yeah,
that
there's substance.
superficialness.
Yes.
I get
Hmm.
it. I know that feeling. I felt that feeling. I understand
Hmm.
to look at a boy band and be like, this one's Joey. He's the
Hmm.
artist. Like, I know that feeling.
Hmm.
This person who wrote this does not know that feeling, and it shows. So there's no
Yeah.
like, um, what was the word? Like, I had a word for it, can't figure it out. There's no empathy.
Yeah.
There's no sympathy. There's no like
Yeah.
true connection to
'Cause
like,
there
I'm
is a
not judging
moment.
you for it, you know?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Because there is a moment when Will gets her little animal companion when she's talking to that musician person. Like that's like like I don't even call it closest equivalent to like some sort of empathy, but that's like that moment of like the girl being like, "Oh my God, like hot guy, like oh my God,
She has
hi."
probably the most realistic I have a crush on someone moment.
Yeah,
anyone
that
else
was
here.
probably, and that was just, we're reaching right now, and it's reaching for bare minimum. But that was the only one where I was like, this feels a little bit more believable.
Because let me tell you
Anyways,
something, I do
we
have
got a
written
pistol now.
down. I do have written down the whole like, because she adopts a dormouse because he's like, oh, an animal. Now, girl, I'm not taking a squirrel off the street for some man.
Yeah, you adopted a squirrel.
Oh, I now I have to adopt this dormouse because he was like, "Oh, I love animals." Okay, then you take it home.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do with this?
How do I take care of this exotic animal, sir?
I'm not.
Like,
I don't really know how to. I can't take that home. First of all, my mom's gonna say no. Let's just start there.
yeah. Also, this thing tried to bite me.
Does it have rabies? Am
Yeah.
I gonna die? Like, there's
Am
nothing
I
for me
gonna
to
die?
do if I get rabies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm dead if I get rabies.
Yeah. Listen, it was basically telling me to leave it alone, and I'm happy to do
And
that.
I will leave. Like, if you need me to put a little bowl of water out, I could do that.
Do that, yeah.
If you need me to call animal control, I could do that. I'm not taking it
But
home.
actually bring it into my home.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm not gonna do that. You see how that sounds crazy, right?
Yeah. It's not like it's a stray cat or dog, okay? Like we
Yeah,
don't
no,
have
like this
like
is
those
a
resources are ready and
whole.
available.
This is a rodent. Um,
Yeah. An actual a not
a
normally domesticated animal.
non-domesticated. Yeah, I just can't. And kudos to the people who can. I'm not one of them.
Yeah. I'm not,
Ah,
yeah.
not me.
Listen, as a girl who will literally cry over animal videos, there are some
I
people
can't.
who can absolutely take care of other animals. No, I
The
got my
best
dog
I
and
could
that's
do
it.
for you is I got the Humane Society on the phone right now, and I
Yeah.
can do that.
I've got some old towels. If you're cold, we'll wrap you up.
Yeah,
Some
what do
a
you
bowl of
need? What do you
water, but
need?
otherwise, I don't
Yeah,
know what
if
else
I
I can
could
do for you.
find some dormouse treats somewhere, sure. But
Yeah.
I don't even know what you eat. I can't
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah. If I cannot include your specific brand of food in my DoorDash delivery,
Then, ooh,
then I don't know what I
my
can do
hands
for
are
you.
kind of tied. My hands are kind of tied.
Yeah.
They are. They are.
So
All
yeah.
right. With
Oh,
that being said, I think we kind of
mm,
pretty much covered the entirety of volume one.
yeah.
On a scale of what should we rate this by? Um, how many out of five word bubbles do you give this?
Word bubble? Okay.
Yeah. Out of
Okay.
five word bubbles, where does this stand for you?
So
Yeah.
if okay, and this is why I'm getting very convoluted with this. If I were to read this back in the year of our Lord 2000, right, when
Yeah.
it first came out, I'd be like 4 out of 5.
I
I'm
know.
ready.
I feel the same. I would have done that
You know,
too. And
I'm
I've been
ready.
like,
I'm here for book 2. Let's do it, right?
yeah,
Now I teeter between 2.5 and 3.
I'm gonna give
Uh,
it three only to give a little bit. This is me balancing it out with the fact that I would have given it a much higher rating as a kid. I think me
yes,
now would give it a two. Or maybe I should
yeah,
bounce
yeah,
it to two
yeah.
and a half. I think me
That's
now would
why
have been like
I was like,
two. And you know
yeah,
what? I do like the art for the most part. The art is very pretty. So I'm gonna
it
give it a
is.
three. I'm gonna give it a three. It's three out of five word
I'm
bubbles for
giving it
me.
a half. The half star or half bubble, if you will,
Okay.
is because by the time I finished it, I was like, all right, I'm ready to move on to book 2. Like, because
You're
that's
like,
why I
you know what?
asked.
I
I was
wanna
like, are we reading?
know. I'm
Yeah, like now
curious.
that I'm in and I'm kind of invested, like it's a hot mess, but you know what? I'm here, so
I'm
might as well
curious.
finish.
I'm curious.
See where this train
Maybe
goes.
maybe in the future we'll do volume two. And so we
Yeah.
can continue the journey. I think there's only three volumes. So
Yeah. I mean the website you shared
yeah, it has
has
three. And I
3
only
volumes.
have three books. So it
So
must be
okay, so that
that.
tracks. Yeah. And this is coming from someone who like only watched the episodes on occasion when she came out, and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
pretty." Like, okay, have no context of what's going on. I love me a good origin story, and you know,
Yeah.
it
As
has its
far as
pitfalls, but
origin
it's still
stories go,
enjoyable.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was a fun ride. It was a fun little romp. I have some
Hmm.
qualms. My adult mind
Yes.
has qualms, but
Yes.
I had fun. So I'm gonna give it a
Yeah.
3 out of 5 word bubbles.
That's fair.
All
That's
right, well,
fair.
you know what? Shout out to them. Shout out to Disney for publishing it.
Yeah. For believing in it and publishing
And
it.
yeah, wish you all the best, girl. I heard that they're trying to have it make a little bit of a comeback because
Oh, really?
Winx is her tether. Witch and
Okay.
Winx are linked to the point where I think Disney tried to sue the people who made Winx, like you copied me, and it didn't
Interesting.
work.
Because I
Um,
will say there was a point where I accidentally mixed up I remember when I was young, I mixed it up because they
which is
are
fair.
very
They're
similar.
very similar. They're
Very
both by
similar.
Italian like creators, and they both like start like the main people kind of all look the same. Makes complete sense.
It's
And they
the
both start
five
with
magical
W.
girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, with, fairy element powers.
And I
Yeah.
think because Winx kind of had a mini resurgence, and they've been putting out new like different animated versions of themselves to varying
Mhm.
degrees of success. I think what I've heard through the grapevine is that the witch group is kind of like, we gotta get back in there.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Listen, we were about to pitch a whole revamp. We're here. We're ready. We got you.
If you need someone to write for you, if you need someone to design for you, well, guess what? We are here, and you can find us on our socials. Mine being at Momo Steele Art on Instagram and at Momo Steele on YouTube. Allie,
There you
what's
go.
yours?
Yeah, you can find me on Alimation on YouTube, also going through a revamp. Pretty much all my handles were going to be Alimation. Yeah, I'm going to change my personal so that it's more of my art account one. But
Okay.
yeah.
So
So
at
yeah,
Animation everywhere. But yeah, this was
everywhere.
fun, girl. Thank you so much for talking
Yeah.
with me about comic
Thank you for
books.
inviting me, taking me on the journey of
The
a
journey.
witch.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what we'll read next. I have an
Yeah.
idea in mind for what is
Okay.
next, but we'll see.
Okay.
All right. Goodbye.